Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome to the Forex Feast channel. As you all should know by now, we have made it our mission to provide the regular average Joe trader with the knowledge and skills necessary to go into these Forex markets and feast in profits. I am your humble, gracious, and grateful host, Sunday Okigwe, at your service. And we're just going to dive into day 7. As you can see on the MetaTrader 4, we'll start with the MetaTrader 4. I have entered in a couple of sell positions right here and set the take profit right under, just an inch under, well, less than an inch actually. This is right under the support level. Okay. Now, and the reason why I'm doing that is because it appears as though price has closed below this resistance level right here. And yes, I know I have broken one of my rules, okay, and I might actually pay for breaking that rule, which is I did not wait for a subsequent candle to form and close. Okay. Now you might be asking the question, Sunday, how come you didn't wait for another candle to form and close before going in for the sell position? Because now look where your sell entry is. Okay, because this candle could very well reverse and go and hit your stop loss and get you out of this trade. Okay, which could very well be true. Okay, but let me address the sell position first. Okay, now you will remember during the I think this was day 6 update number 3. We were analyzing that price had come down to establish this new strong support area, and at this point right now there should be no doubt in anybody's mind. Right here is a legitimate support. Okay, you can see now that even since that since we made that video on day 6 yesterday, price has come down a few more times to test this support area, and this support area has held up. Okay, so this is a legitimate support area right here. Okay, and from here, what my initial analysis was telling me, my preference. Okay, but again, you guys know that the markets don't really care about your preference, but my preference at that time was that price should come down and continue to descend to this support area right here. This is another key level, okay, that was set up from last week's sessions. Okay, this support level was formed during last week's sessions. Okay, and I was saying to myself that, you know what, it'll be nice, since price had broken structure, that price continued on the downward trend, and it continued to slide down to this area right here, because there was a lot of room, for price to run. There was a lot of room. If you look at the left, you see that there's a smooth pathway here for price to come down and hit for an additional 50 pips or so. Okay, that was the analysis. But also in that analysis, I said that there could also be a possibility that price would take off and try to form some type of other trend, upward trend, heading towards the resistance level. Okay, and we established that this part of this resistance area right here had now was also established. Okay, this was also an established area of resistance, just like this is an established area of support. Okay, and the way price has been reacting, we can pretty much say for sure that this is in fact a good resistance zone and area. Okay, because you see how price came in, kind of danced around the resistance zone, it wicked past the border, closed back into the zone. Okay, so this is definitely a legitimate resistance area. So the second part of that analysis said that, hey, if price does not continue down to this key support level down here, then it might in fact go up and try to test this resistance area right here and then descend back down. Okay, so of course, it was my intention to come in during the London session, but the fact that I didn't get as much sleep as I should have the day prior, of course, your body is going to make you pay for that. So I slept off, okay, and I missed this entire move heading towards the upside. Okay, so now we're here in the New York session, and in the New York session, I look and I see that price is starting to descend from that resistance area back down. Okay, now I could have waited, and if I waited, I probably would have had, not probably, for sure, would have had a better entry point. Okay, because that's the benefit of waiting. I know you guys have heard, good things come to those who wait. Well, that absolutely applies when it comes to Forex. Okay, I could have waited, and in waiting, I could have gotten in probably somewhere here or gotten in somewhere here, depending on where price decides, to land. I would have gotten a better entry. But, I'm still confident. That price is going to move in the direction that I see it moving, which is I see it trying to come back down and test the support area one more time. Okay. If it doesn't, that's fine. I didn't put my usual, lot size on this trade. I didn't empty the whole clip on this trade. I went with roughly half of what I would usually go in if I was really going crazy. Okay, so I went in for two positions at the $2.52 lot size, which is okay. All right, because from what I'm seeing right here, it seems as though price is kind of doing what it did last week, just at different levels. Okay, and I think the best way to show you this is to go ahead and show you in the trading view chart. Okay, so give me a moment to pull the trading view chart up. Okay, so you will see in the trading view chart, just pay attention to this area that's highlighted in light blue. Okay, and then compare that to the area that's highlighted in kind of lavender. Okay, this area that's highlighted in lavender represents last week's price action, and you'll see that during last week's price action, price ranged between this area of support and this area of resistance, represented by the lavender colored support and resistance areas. That's where price pretty much bounced all last week. Okay, now take a look at this week. Okay, maybe I should extend this here so we can see it even better. You take a look at this week. Okay, you see that essentially the same thing is happening. I mean, you have price moving, in between these two areas represented in the light blue, these two areas of support and resistance. That's where price is bouncing this week. Now, there's a possibility, okay, we are at the midweek point. There's a possibility that it could do the same thing it did last week and try to push a little further up. Okay, keeping with that upward trend that it's been following for the past several weeks to months now. Okay, because ultimately it's pushing upwards. It's pushing in that upwards trend, and as we know, trends can last several weeks, several months. Okay, and that's what's going on right now with the GBP AUD pair. Okay, that trend is heading upwards and it's staying upwards. Okay, but it's having a period where it ranges between 2 points. Okay, it ranges between two areas of support and resistance before it ultimately pushes up to that to that new kind of resistance area. So I expect the same thing here. Okay, I expect that price is going to try to fall a little bit more and try to test this area right here. There's also the possibility, guys, remember I was saying that we should be careful whenever price breaks structure. We should always be careful that price could be on a descent, or it could be trying to form some type of different trend, some type of different trend level. Okay, now this is what I meant by that. If we grab this right here and we draw this line, we can see that this could be something that's legitimate. Okay, price could be trying to do something like this. I don't know if you guys see that. Okay, price could be trying to do something like this. You see, there's a new kind of trend that seems to be forming. Okay, now what I'm hoping will happen, okay, because we're kind of in the midway point of the New York session now. It's afternoon. What I expect price to do is I expect price will come down and try to test this support area once more. Okay, and in doing so, I'm going to collect some additional pips. Okay, I have it set up where if that happens, I should be close to another 1,000 in profit for day 7. If that doesn't happen, then my stop loss gets hit, then I'd be at minus 1,000. Okay, but we'll see what happens. Okay, but just wanted to kind of show you guys on the trading view as well as MetaTrader 4 what I'm thinking and what I'm seeing in placing these trades. Okay, during the second update, I'll let you guys know what came of this trade. Hopefully I'll have some good news to share with you guys. But that does it for me. Okay, guys, if you like the content, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so whenever I drop this, you guys can have it. And as always, I wish you all a very profitable and bullish week. Until next time. Later, guys.